beautiful ether. I am just now starting on the moon, so I figured I would just restart the stream completely. Coffee. Let's find Okay, so all I did was take 2 circles of copper wire and solder them right here and here. I'm going to make a bunch of them, so I'm going to continue with this one, and then we'll start from scratch on the next one. And did I do it again? I keep meaning to not use the steel wool directly over this because it gets caught in this flux here. And this isn't really like jewelry flux. It's what they had at the hardware store. I have a thing of like proper jewelry maker's flux, but it has crystallized, and I usually just add some distilled water to it, but this has been working fine. It's just grease. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I'm surprised I didn't look that up by now. Turn this bad boy back on. This is just, I don't know if you can see it, kind of. It's just a really simple soldering station from Amazon. And I think it's about 40 or 50 bucks. And they have a ton of different choices and different price ranges. Many extremely affordable, and I highly recommend, because you could use it for pyrography too. Wood. Coffee ground. But flux. I should change, because I have grease all over me now. Wait. I guess I'll just... better than I thought. But I also might still need to change because I haven't worn this in a long time. I found this at a yard or flea market for $1. And I thought the sleeves were a little more fitted. And like I said, I pretty well just kind of, not that, plate the copper. I need to get a little grip thing to hold it in place. I have very shaky hands also, so that doesn't help anything. And I do have some liver of sulfur, so I might throw some of that in the mix of things. Didn't put my mask back on, however. Whoops. I do quite like keeping the copper color and just having the, just kind of minimally soldering the joints, because I do quite like mixing metals. Easily entranced by soldering. I mean, it's essentially like plating and solder, right? Is it a thing, or is it just like not desirable? I'm not sure. I've been wanting to make larger pieces, but if I were to purchase every component I wanted to craft and create with, it would be it's not a feasible feat, and I really do like working with what I have. The solders, or the wire rather, is just from this big mess of wires that my dad had in his backyard. There she goes. That's perfect. I consider that to be, if not like, it's perfect. I love it. I wish I knew about this when I was younger. I would have been. Everybody had their well, anyway. It's so simple. Like because it involves heat and maybe solder, it sounds like it would be difficult or intimidating, but it really isn't. It melts like butter, and you can make all kinds of things with it. And stained glass and a lot of different fields have been deploying methods similar, so it's a worthwhile little thing to know how to do. And like I said, under $50 for one of these things, and you can use it for a ton of stuff. Repairs, like how many times does something get thrown away just because like a wire snaps inside of it, and a little dot of solder would save its life. And this is just a copper coupling, or just like a piece of copper pipe. And I just bent it around to the best of my ability. And wire, if it's too like rigid and you can't really bend it, you could just use like a creme brulee torch, like this guy. Oops. Alright, it's been getting stuck lately. I thought that was gonna happen. But creme brulee torch, and let me just get maybe I could get an extra one. If you bring it like red hot, which it takes 2 seconds, blast it with a micro torch, red hot, dunk it in water, and it'll be super bendable. It's a thing called annealing. I'm really bad at the vocab of all this. And I don't know what I'm doing, I just like doing it. That's my little explanation. I'm actually gonna start it here. Do not bite off more than you can chew. I have to get different ones. I don't want to break these just yet. Oh yeah, sorry, I should be talking through this whole thing. So essentially it was a spring, and you just cut layer by layer, and now you have jump rings. And you can do this with knitting needles and get exactly the size jump ring that you want, and a ton at a time. That's another valuable thing to I do it large scale, small scale, because you can even join these and solder the ends to make a 90s to 70s chain bell. It's brilliant. So now I need a smaller one, which this one's good to go. And since they're relatively perfect circles, you just pinch them open, and that'll be your moon. I do want to try to do the phases, but I'm going to make a few more of these moon charms because these are really good to put in packaging. And maybe try to add some stones to them. I've been wanting to do that. This one is super. The pliers, these are those like $7.99, and it comes with a few other thing type of deals from Walmart. I got them like 9 years ago, and I always see them there, so they definitely have them at the ones around here, because I cannot go into Walmart and not go into the craft section. They have these little bags of beads for 98 cents, and I tell you what, like, those must come from a bead factory. Then those are like the ones that are left on the floor in the bottom of the machines or lines, because I've found so many things that just like didn't belong there, like real gemstone. Like they have gemstone beads, but it's all fake. Like I'd never seen anything real. Like, you know, if it's rose quartz, it's either resin or glass, and or they have howlite, dyed howlite, like just about everything. But yeah, you'll find all kinds of stuff. I found like crystal points and like this nice agate, perhaps. I don't know. It's natural and it's really nice. Bead, as well as like really large. And they all came in the same bag for $1. No, clearly handmade. There's a big cross somewhere. Not looking on the back. And a lot of handmade glass beads, the small ones that I make chain out of, just completely out of place. And that's my go-to spot there. I cannot get enough of it. That would be a really cool thing. I could start PayPaling people to go to their local Walmarts and send me the 98-cent bags, because beads are freaking expensive. That's why I do like salvaging from beaded clothing. That's just, there's no saving, like the fabric will be completely shot. Here in Florida, that's actually a lot easier to find than one would think. Fabric tends to deteriorate. A lot of things, if they get stuck in a garage, that's like, oh no, not for records. Like, I remember finding records that I actually like couldn't believe, like I saw in person, but completely warped. I've kept a few of them over the time, and a few turned into bowls. You'd put your this vaguely warm oven. It doesn't even have to be that hot, which is terrifying. Like I remember after going to a church sale, one of my friends left a huge bin of records, and everybody just like wanted to peek through them or like wanted to grab one or two. It was like literally hundreds in a thing, and it was just like, no, nobody can look at them, nobody can touch them. And went back into the church shop because all of a sudden they said it was at the end of it, got there really late, so they said fill a garbage bag, and a garbage bag is just $1. And yeah, I got so many books and fabrics, and this little dress that has felt sewn onto it to make it like the earth, and I still have that. I wore it really recently, honestly, but yeah, fond memory. Oh, moral of the story: the entire bin of records were warped completely. Like, it was in a really old van in South Florida, and they're all warped completely. Okay. Maybe I'll have some sugar. What happened? I have developed a sweet tooth, and I'm a fruit person. I love fruit. I think it's the most beautiful, satisfying acts, like eating fruit, picking fruit, looking at it, cutting it up. But the market is far, and any shopping is far, and yeah. Sorry. Oh my god, I can't even do it on live. This is like modern ambrosia. I was never really a sweet person, other than fruit. But damn, those powdered donuts. I can't even, like, what an experience. Wow. It's just, I don't know why they're that good to me. I can't function. They're... Oh, hello, Mr. Caucasian Sasquatch. How goes it? I am making some moons here with some salvaged copper wire and solder. And it's lead free, so it's like, you know. I was wearing a mask, but I keep misplacing it. I guess that's the excuse I'm going with. I forgot to put it back on and now I can't find it. But I am going to be passing these out like candy, essentially. It's become very, I've been wanting to make larger pieces, and I came up with this symbol a while ago. It's my mom's zodiac symbol, and then the triple goddess symbol, which that's what it's called. And there's other names for a triple moon, Celtic symbol here, representing the maiden, the mother, and a lot of places refer as hag, but what have you. And I got to see it used. I'm sure a lot of people have put these together, but I finally was able to, yeah, whip it up. The two little bars of copper in the center are for a ribbon, so it's a belt buckle, or, maybe, but yeah, you can make lampshades this way, I'm guessing. It's really nice and sturdy. And this is what I'm getting it from. It is this nice thick, I think AC cable, something, very rigid one. And my dad had two of them, the same thing, so he's been, he has a lot of different, like, random bits from we're both very utilitarian, so he has a lot of copper scraps in his yard, and that's pretty much what I've based my whole jewelry career off of, is the scraps I find in his yard. And I shaped the half circles with these pipes here, and just opened it slightly. If you wrap the circle round and round and round, and you cut them, you get perfectly sized rings, and you could do it large scale or small scale for jewelry. I've over caffeinated myself. I don't know how obvious. Okay. And I'm not necessarily much better. Oh my god, that's such a difference. Not necessarily like, I don't really know exactly how to do this properly, but it's forgiving enough that, like, and you're essentially like plating the copper with the solder. It's really wild how versatile this has been so far. Because what I'm trying to find is like useful tools that are very, very multi-purpose, because I can use just about anything to make something. I got a bandsaw from my dad not too long ago. It was actually my grandpa's, and I was able to make all these coins instantly. And from here, I've been burning like a true or false, or a Manuel binary one, and like anything really, assays, like anything you can come up that's pairs. I've been burning into them. I have some examples I'll grab, but coasters are next. We have like all these downed branches, and can really make a ton of stuff with them. And I was trying to make these coins for a while, but I was trying to cut them by hands with a really dull saw. Like, the thing is from the 60s, has to be. It's my great grandpa's. And it could have been 60s because he was into woodworking at a very old age. it's just amazing to me that you're essentially painting molten metal. I'm gonna like a very fun little medium here, that's for sure. Because you don't have to stop at these like singular moons like demonstrated here. You could keep building up on it and making large pieces. And you could fill these with resin to make kind of like a stained glass. Oh no shit? What kind of parade? Is it like a Halloween parade? If so, dope. If not so, equally dope. I don't get out much. I do plan on getting out this year, and I always forget that Halloween stuff is like way before Halloween, so I should get on that. I already got my costume, and yeah, no, that's a really good question. I feel like you're a Halloween person. Like, I mean, that's what I could picture. So, what are y'all? Are y'all planning on going as anything? I'm trying to get, trying to find a tuxedo for Will, because I'm gonna do it up Sailor Moon style this year. Tuxedo mask! Oh, that's dirty. I'm sitting here wondering why it's not doing anything. See the difference. Oh, you might not be, oh, well, I need to get another camera. The difference is astounding. It doesn't want to work with dirty metal. It's amazing. I'm just maintaining going to see what happens. Like if it ends up like forgiving each other or not. That's wild. I think I burnt it from one side. Oh, what's up? Cowlin? I should look it up. Prepare to feel dough. Kaolin is a type of clay found in nature that is sometimes used to make medicine, used as filler in tablets. I know that's not related. Well, I don't know if that's not related, but I did want to read that out loud. I see arts and crafts. Oh, so it's a super local thing. My hometown's Lake Worth, and it's like all. Yeah. Oh, is that simple? I'm gonna look StreamYard up because I have not been able to figure out much. Because I did make a Twitch account, but I haven't done anything yet, and it was quite taken by how simple they made it, like, to do backgrounds, and I just couldn't think of a dang thing to talk about, or I still very much lack structure. I have all the plans in the world when I'm not, like, in front of a camera, but I need to, I don't know. I'm trying to get my friend Amanda over, because I think that's the first step. It's and guess, like you just said, like, what am I doing? StreamYard. That's would be sanity saving. Oh, and it's not an app. So let me look it up. I don't know. I don't do anything with my phone. It's perfect. Sometimes I forget that I'm sitting on my own foot. But thank you, because I didn't realize it was that simple. Like, as far as guests, like, that would be a huge deal. I'm just, last time, thinking of the only time I had a guest was I had my friend on, like, FaceTime, and I had it just, like, zoomed in, and I didn't even have it zoomed in at first, like, one of y'all told me to zoom in, and just, yeah, like a deer in headlights, but, like, one that's talking to themselves. Oh, okay. So I could, like, make one screen big and stuff, and it just kind of all splashes it on one. That's what I need. Like, well, I really need to get, like, to know this computer, because, like, I've been wanting to make stuff on Bandcamp and stuff, but I just can't sit in front of it long enough to figure anything. And, like, people create empires with these things, and, like, I can't even keep myself focused long enough to read an article. I have a website and I haven't added anything to it in the last few days. Or a few days, jeez, fuck. A few months. Very behind. It's because I'm always here tinkering things, but it's definitely a one-man band, and this man is not at all technologically savvy. Oops. Or solder savvy, clearly. I don't know what I'm doing. Night and day difference, even though I didn't clean it enough. Thank you for that. I didn't realize it was so easy, because, like, I want to have actual craft-alongs and stuff like that, and you can't see what the hell I'm doing, and I already have really shitty focus, as you could probably tell. But real quick, because I don't want to forget, is the Carolyn Festival, like, a super local thing? I'm from a town called Lake Worth, and they always had, like, highly specific parades and little festivals. I feel like I'm doing something extremely wrong. I will warn, I'm so distracted today. I have to, like, take a break on the news or something, because I haven't felt this down in a long time. I just... bitter shock or something. And, fortunately, I can't really talk about much with anybody, because people just tend to talk in, like, thought-terminating cliches now. Like, just a like a statement that just shuts down a conversation. Like, I don't want to say anything. Like, it's, yeah. And a lot of my friends are very intense about shit. Like, I don't know what. And yeah. I actually am trying to make plans with a friend of mine because he's like the most open minded, and go to this Thai Buddhist temple, and because I just want to pick a few different types of people's brains right now about like the direction of the near future. Oh shit! Nice. Oh, that's really nice. I live really far from anything. I haven't seen. I think there's like a Christmas festival, but it's too new for anything traditional. And Lake Worth, though, on the other hand, oh my god, there was a massacre in Lake Worth on Thanksgiving years ago, and to this day in the city hall they set a table, like a Thanksgiving table in the middle of like where you pay your electric bill and stuff like that, and with a little like informational thing about the family that was taken from our realm. And thanks. I remember a long time ago, Clewiston is a town in Central Florida known for sugarcane fields, and it was actually quite a popping town at one point, but now it's mostly abandoned. There's a hotel that's said to be haunted, and they have the annual Sugar Fest. One, I've never seen so many juggalos in my life, and that was quite fun. But the first day of Sugar Fest, I was really taken by the music. Music is like death metal. Like, I've never seen any such. I've been to a few like screamo or like hardcore shows, if you will, but this was just like mall kid like metal. I can't explain it. It was like really hyper, really intense. Like just not something you'd see at a family gathering. Like something you would see like you would have to specifically search for it. And it was brilliant. Don't get me wrong. I was just taken by it. It was like family is just like any town square festival, and it's like, but like, just I wish I could just show you, but yeah, like really, just okay, death metal. Anyway, like black metal. I know there's a different. What did I call it? American. Anyway, so Sugarfest, death metal on stage, all is well. The next day is a weekend festival. The next day, and I looked for it online. Like I didn't see really anything pointing to this. I could have been missing everything. But the first day Sugarfest, the next day is Brown Sugar Fest, and the music on stage switches to reggae and R&B. I will say the food was much better because the first day I did try gator, which I'm not proud of because I really love gators. Like they're not crocodiles, they're gators, and it was. They asked what piece I wanted, because I know there's like 2 parts, but I said whatever you choose, and they probably just gave me the shiny one because it was not good. My mouth did not agree with the sensations, and I did not eat it. And I was out like $11, and I had to walk around with a shish kebab of salty shit meat. But anywho, and the next day was just like the greatest barbecue your mouth could ever experience. But I was always quite taken by that, and I've yet to hear anybody talk about it or anything. And it was a beautiful experience. Everybody's really nice. There was this one couple that made gator teeth jewelry, and I don't know why a bunch of tires would be easier to carry than like 2 lawn chairs, but their chairs were just like 4 tires that they were sitting on, and everything was on tires and plywood. And got my mom a pair of earrings. She wouldn't wear them because she said they looked like penises. To be fair, they did. I picked a pair that looked specific. But it was just one of those things. And, but the best part about it, anyway, that was just like one tiny little part about the whole thing. It's a really, really fun time. They have Fairbanks Morse engines, and I don't know if you know, well, they have the, like, you know, the wheel engines. Fairbanks Morse engines. They're immaculate, and they, like, I've seen people use them for just about everything, so I think that's why I'm so interested in them. Over there, they use it to make the sugarcane syrup, so you could just sit there and it feeds through, and you could feel the ground shake from when the wheel's turning, and really, really cool. And tractors. Tractors close up is pretty cool. Yeah. Everyone gets a moon. But yeah, I just put them on a braided. I just take some of the rotary floss and braid it to make it thicker, and I quite like them. So I ought to make a ton more. I'm so distracted today, like. Anybody has been watching the news at all, it's getting really weird. I mean, it has been for a long time, and I know it's always like, you know, Earth is turmoil, but I feel like I'm visibly I didn't realize I was bending it as much as I did when I did that. Because you don't feel it moving at all. I mean, obviously it bends its wire, but I'm telling you, I don't feel it. I really don't want to start ranting about world events. I feel like I'm about to explode with this silence in here. And I feel like we are witnessing some. Every moment is history, I guess. Anyways. Yeah, no, so I really want to start making beats or something because this silence is driving me crazy. I've been avoiding sitting here for so long because it's really deafening. And I have a bad habit of zoning into what is immediately in front of me, so I really just I'm almost too distracted. I'm gonna finish this and undistract myself. It's because it's raining outside too, so it's making me drowsy. I've been doing a lot of work outside, trying to make as many lemongrass plants as possible because I want to start trading the local nursery plants, like plant starts for produce, because Blue is getting really big and he requires a lot of produce. And that is not necessarily cheap when you go to like Publix or stuff like that, but produce stands you could get so much produce. It's worth going to produce stands and then go to Publix to get your like dairy or whatever you need from there. Because I'm telling ya, it is way cheaper, and a lot of them accept like anything you got. You know, I think it should be affordable. It grows on trees, but Publix it's getting to be a little bit much. Like $10 for a small bag of literally microscopic oranges. I eat that in a day. That's not sustainable for this household anyway. And potatoes, like I saw a bag of regular russet potatoes that were like $9. There's no way. How can you justify that? It made me want to break out my bin. It's really easy to grow potatoes, and it's highly recommend for like educational purposes because it's just really fascinating how many will cram. And when you plant a potato start, or if you plant any like sprouted potatoes you have, just put a little bit of soil in the pot, and as the plant grows up, add more soil going up, and you'll end up with a larger yield. Because they don't grow downward like they do, but you know what I mean? They don't like continue going down. They stay pretty close to the top. That's why quite easy to grow them in hay and stuff like that. Root stout method, if you will. Other kitchen scraps, of course, are growable too, and I do see that becoming more the norm. For instance, the other day I finally planted some scallions that were in the fridge and have a ton. Just cut them off at the top. Usually use them for garnish. And then my chive plant I've had for like 9 years. It's insane. Use it for potatoes. Or anything else I use sour cream on. I have some steel wool here. Trying to get off. And just, it's so fine. It works so great, but it gets in everything. Because I can be quite messy in here, especially. I'm a firm believer you need one room in your house to just like go nuts in. Whether it be padded or full of supplies. That's your choice. Of course, these are still covered in grease, so I have to wash them. The second one, I am going to sand and redo it. And when I sand it, they'll be nice and silvery. I didn't put any liver of sulfur on this one, but I plan to on these for a little something, something. Wow. Ooh, maybe I could use these. I'm going to be doing a fundraiser. My dear friend and favorite artist in Haiti. Haiti is in shambles right now. Like, it's at its worst. And, like, the earthquake took his art school. He teaches, like, local kids and anybody who wants to learn how to paint. And, I'll get it on here. That's his name. But he's a phenomenal artist, and the earthquake that happened not too long ago decimated the school, and between illness of his kids and like himself never really got back on his feet, and now with the turmoil that is happening, it's at its worst. And I have his PayPal, so if like I'm gonna try to make bracelets, so maybe like I said $5 to $10 in the other ones, but they take so long, and it's not worth like trying to do all that for $5. So I'm gonna make it like maybe $10 to $20 because it's a donation that you're just getting a bracelet with it, and it's just so like, because I know everybody's like hurting more than ever, and it's getting worse, especially with winter approaching. But that's why I am making the bracelets, so I don't know, there is something that is received, because any amount like will help him like a ridiculous amount. So yeah, that's another thing that's eating my mind right now. But it's one thing I did want to work out while I was in here, because this camera does keep me in one place longer than usual. But yeah, maybe I'll restart the stream as that. Oh my god, it's Instagram. I'm gonna change real quick because this is not going on. My leg's cramping from me trying to hold this in place. I'll do this just in case. to the sun. cozy now. It's getting a little chilly. Because it is that time of year again. I'm gonna try to live it up this. I usually hide inside because it's always a lot colder than I expect it to be. I am born and raised Floridian. The cold, oh gosh, I hibernate. You know what? Maybe I want to try something else. I'm gonna try it. I want to make a sphere. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm gonna try to first straighten this a little bit more. And open both sides so there's not a lot of overlap. Okay. So like so. And then connect this on the bottom and this on the side. Nope, I'm doing it again. Right over the chopping block. Ow. Quite excited to try this one. Better go feed Audrey the other cat. like wax it all up. Some hardware flux. It's rather uncomfortable. Oh, let's see if this is working out. How does do anything? isn't it doing anything? There it goes. Sorry, this is not going as planned. I always plan on that. Sorry again, I'm so hard on this. I'm gonna cut this stream actually, because this is mad boring probably, and I'm just distracted today. I wanted to get on though because I'm gonna be out of town for a wee little bit. It's very satisfying, I'll say that. Just because I'm just like knocking it around and it's coating it. Very forgiving. Oh, oops, sorry. It's a telemarketer. They call me like twice a day. Like somebody does, I suppose. Alright, yeah. Well, thank you for simply being. Sorry, I'm very distracted today. But we all have our days. that.